Whenever anyone makes fun of you, you can't have it digested. No one can. Conor Anthony McGregor is an Irish expert blended military craftsman and fighter. He is a previous Ultimate Fighting Championship featherweight and lightweight boss. There is this Mr. Paul who made fun of Conor McGregor, and no one can have it. Jake Joseph Paul is an American YouTuber, web character, entertainer, rapper and expert fighter. Let's have a look at their conversation. Jake Paul has posted another video on Twitter pointed towards savaging Conor McGregor and other significant figures engaged with the UFC. The moment-long video comprised of Jake Paul acting like various individuals associated with the UFC. Everybody he ridiculed is someone who has remarked on the Conor McGregor and Jake Paul situation. Up until now, nobody has taken a chomp of his lure, and he can't get a battle. Jake Paul previously made the video to get under the skin of the contenders and ideally score a battle. There were many individuals he ridiculed in the clasp, and it began with what gives off an impression of being Nate Diaz. Jake Paul proceeded to ridicule Dylan Danis and the tissue stunt, just as Dana White and Conor McGregor. Shockingly, Jake didn't harp too long on McGregor, picking rather to zero in on the individuals around him. The clasp itself is a classified MMA Chronicle Part 1 on Twitter, so there might be another rendition of this soon. Paul has now proceeded to shield his remarks by referring to the remarks made by McGregor on the Cleek Legends battle against Khabib Nurmagomedov, where he utilised a racial slur against his significant other. The need-to-be-class comedian said in a meeting with TMZ, "I don't." He, Conor McGregor, talked on Khabib's spouse. He said Khabib's significant other resembles a towel. He's experiencing his own medication. What's more, presently, out of nowhere, individuals and saying that I'm going excessively far. This is the battle game. Paul's focus is possibly legitimate, yet he sure realises how to conceal his own disturbing activity by diverting everybody with a faltering reason of "he did it first." I allude to the primary passage of this article. Jake has announced that his group are in talks with McGregor's group, despite the fact that it appears to be like the Irishman's group may have discovered something different better to do. Conversing with TMZ, Paul asserted, "We're conversing with his group. He took a gander at my DM on Instagram. In any case, we're conversing with his group. At the point where we sent them verification of assets, they put their tail between the They're similar to, this little insane child ain't playing." Smoking a stoogie with an Irish banner folded over his shoulders, Paul added, "Great morning, Conor McGregor. I realise you're likely pounding old fellas in a bar at the present time, or possibly on the grounds that you're tired of half. This is to say she's a 4. Conor, you could improve. In any case, glad Monday. My group sent you a $50 million offer towards the beginning of today. $50 million money. Confirmation of assets. The greatest battle offer you've ever been advertised. In any case, you're frightened to battle me, Conor. You're dodging me since you would prefer not to lose to a fucking YouTuber. You're a 0-1 as a fighter, I'm a 2-0 as a fighter." He depicted the achievement of the compensation per se occasion he as of late contended in. Paul severely took out the previous NBA player Nate Robinson in the second round of the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. show. Paul likewise erroneously guaranteed in the video that his canine had more Instagram supporters than Poira, McGregor's rival on January 23rd, whom Paul called Dustin Prober. The assertion said that Paul had procured backing for this occasion, and that the benefactor was ready to ensure a handbag of filthy $1 million for McGregor to take an interest. It said McGregor would likewise get a potential gain from the occasion's compensation per se deal.